lots of goldenrod over there. There's like a nice plain that's that bank over there has eroded a lot. Every year it just kind of erodes a little more and washes up some soil and makes a little plain right by the water there that floods sometimes when it gets too much water. I see snapping turtles in here. There's fish in here. You can see some fish right there. Stagnant. Must be waiting for some prey or something. I don't know. I don't know anything about fish. But one of the signature things about living around here is you'll see a lot of this shit, which is Johnsongrass. This is Johnson County. And I often wonder if anybody's kind of made that little connection that I keep making, where it's called Johnson County, but this invasive ass grass, Johnsongrass, just keeps popping up, and maybe somebody thinks it's a good thing, but it's very bad. It displaces the habitat of what could be growing here, which are native plants, such as goldenrod and plants which have a fire-resistant adaptation, unlike Johnsongrass. Plants which can survive the heat in their roots and regenerate. And you'll see a lot of this rough-leaf dogwood. It's actually native, but it takes on a invasive habit because of the lack of burning again. This is a myrrh honeysuckle, which takes over forests and shaded areas, and it's very bad. Johnsongrass, a myrrh honeysuckle, and rough-leaf dogwood are all displacing a lot of things. Down there, you've got some biodiversity. You've got a lot of cattail. I saw the beavers here once. Doubt I'll see them today. They actually have some landscaping trees here that I like. They have Kentucky coffee trees. They're the tree with the largest leaves. This entire thing right here, starting from here on down, is the entire leaf. And here's a lot of black locust. That also takes on an invasive habit, but they keep planting it as landscape. Down there you can see a lot of Helianthus tuberosus, this stuff blooming down there on that plain that I was talking about, where it erodes right here, washes down there, and then creates this plain. There's several areas where the beavers have done their construction. One of the areas is kind of where you see that ridge right there. There's some tick trefoil. Nice pea. And there's some soldier beetles. Sunflower soldiers. Really good pollinators, it seems like. They go on everything. See them on everything. And of course you have the Juniperus virginiana. There's a lot of eupatorium. That's great. That's great for the pollinators. The beavers have been cutting down these elm trees. I believe they're Siberian elms. This is a Kentucky coffee tree seedling. And look how big its leaves are. This is why I say it's the largest leaved tree in Kansas. Whenever it's fall, the entire leaf comes off from this point. It's grown a lot this year. It's only about 3 years old, I believe. And there's some more of them around here. I'm not really watching my bike. I hope nobody gets frisky. It's very beautiful to walk down there in the spring when there's nothing. Oh yeah. Got to document all the opportunistic invasive species as I've been doing. This is a tree of heaven. Don't know the scientific name, sorry. You can look it up, but it is referred to as tree of heaven, even though people always call it tree of hell because it takes over. Displaces, it's pretty shade tolerant. Got some black walnuts around here, which is nice. Squirrels like that. Looks like some people have been coming down in here. So this is where I've been walking to. This is where the beavers have done their thing. Look at all that. Is that algae? I think that's algae. Very beautiful. This is a lot more algae than I saw last year. There's a lot. Johnsongrass over there. You can just see the little waterfall they created. There's a lot of fish life in here. The city has a plan to remove all this because it's well, I can't exactly tell you why, because I don't know. I don't know why you would want to remove all this. But I know they have a plan to remove it. I've been told by my friend. You can see a lot of a myrrh honeysuckle over there. When they do rip this out, I'm definitely coming back and making another video status report. And a year after that, and a year after that, document what's going on, how all this wildlife gets affected. I was thinking about going in there. I don't think I will. I might next time. I'm not really feeling like it. Oh, you got a lot of white snake root around here. There's some poison ivy here. So this is where all the water goes. You see beavers swimming in there. Leave it to me to presume why they're going to remove this. I'm sure they have their reason, and I'm sure that it's justified to them. But really, I feel like we should be the ones doing the adapting, not the nature. We should be the ones forced to adapt to nature and not the other way around. Because beavers are just going to come right back. Think about how much work it took to dig this all. Would it really be that much work to just put some rocks around the perimeter of the banks? Reduce erosion? That's what you do for erosion, but I don't know why they would actually destroy this wetland, which is a habitat that is very endangered. There were no natural lakes here in Kansas. We've dammed up a lot of rivers, a lot of creeks, and created lakes, which are not natural here in Kansas. So I'm walking along here. This is Johnsongrass that you're seeing. This is very typical all along here. And now you're seeing that honeysuckle right there. Jerusalem artichoke, which is a stupid name, by the way. Much rather call it sunchoke. Rather think of the sun, not Jerusalem. Like what? Who cares? Who cares about Jerusalem? Who thought about that name? When the Europeans came here, they took some of this plant to Europe, and you can only assume that since it came from a faraway land, all the gardeners that were cultivating it and eating it, which is edible, it's very good, it's very crunchy. You can fry it up like fries, kind of. They're like, oh, this came from somewhere far away. It kind of makes me feel comfy to call it Jerusalem artichoke, because I like to think about Jerusalem. I don't know. Okay, catch me being cynical. But really, it's probably something like that. And it caught on. Everybody knows it as Jerusalem artichoke now. Just call it sunchoke, though. Or just call it Helianthus tuberosus. Tuberous Helianthus. Tuberous sunflower. Still some fish hanging around. Too bad I won't see a snapping turtle or a beaver. There's a very tall eupatorium. Alright, we walked around the whole thing. Back on the bike. And just gonna show you how prolific this excuse me. Speaking of words that I don't like. Johnsongrass. It's Johnsongrass, which is related to sorghum, by the way. I haven't said that yet. I hadn't mentioned that. It's just everywhere. This was supposed to be a plot of native plants, but in order for it to stay native, you have to keep it in check ecologically. You have to keep the processes there that keep the native plants there, but there's no native plants to be found. Just Johnsongrass, which I guess is better than nothing, but it's not really good that it's better than nothing for like whatever lives there, but it's getting its opportunity to evolve, to mix its genes, do some evolution, and create more individuals that are potentially adapted to compete with the actual native grasses, which is very, very bad, which is why you do not want native you want native grasses. You don't want Johnson grass. Look at this. Look at this. So all you see is Johnson grass, right? Native vegetated swale. Only thing growing there, even though they did not plant that there. It came there. Well, yeah, you could say it came there naturally. Came there completely naturally by seed from elsewhere. Unintentional of humans' desires. Now we're gonna take a peek over here. Something a little different. Oh wait, I can't really get in there from here. So this is True Green Landscaping Company. You're about to see something funny. This is what they've done as far as their landscaping of their own building. They do lawns and such. Looks like they've taken okay care of their lawn, which I don't really give a shit about. But all you see here, in terms of their landscaping, is pampas grass, which is very tall, pretty cool looking, even outside of its natural native context. And yeah, it floods here, as you can see, by all the trash. Actually, I don't see the pampas grass. There was a population in here. Oh, oh, got my foot wet. Yeah, well, that's why I'm videotaping. Yeah, my foot's very wet now. That's okay. That's why they call it a wet land. I don't see the pampas grass in here though, but you can see a lot of whatever that shit is. A lot of cattail. There was a pampas grass plant growing in here. What I was gonna say is I can only assume it came from that parking lot. More honeysuckle. Got a nice cottonwood tree there. And you've got a nice black walnut. Or a pecan, I can't really tell. I should have really felt the ground with my foot before I tried stepping in a place. Alright, so this is all I wanted to do. I just kind of wanted to document where this is all at. How it's doing. September. Time to drink some coffee. One more thing, I don't know what this is, but it looks native. Oh, it's Biden's. It's a species of Biden's. Which is a funny name, but that's actually the genus name. I mean, I don't get reminded of Joe Biden or his family whenever I see this, but it's characterized by those seeds that get stuck in you. I'm pretty sure this is what this is. Burr marigolds is a common name for it. Looks a lot like it. And yeah, what an embarrassment for a landscaping company, for a turf company. I mean, you can't even take pride in your own parking lot. You can't even plant a few trees. You gotta have pampas grass. Just doesn't take that long to plant a tree and to pick a tree that's gonna enjoy being here. Like London plane trees do okay. You could even just plant a few red buds. They grow really quick. They don't grow that tall at all, but they grow quick and they're very, very pretty. They do require mulch, but that's negligible. Could just plant some oak trees, even though they might upheave the concrete. Depends on what oak tree. Maybe it depends on the cultivar. Could try some London plane trees, but I don't know. Could just plant some black locusts and say fuck it, but can't even do that. It's not what I would do. Alright. See you later. This field is just full of it. It's also full of ragweed. One that's taller than all the others. It's pampas grass.